So I just wanted to do a little ramble about a frustrating experience with a local plumbing company. Now, granted, these are my opinions. Some people may disagree, but figured it's worth saying. Um, and it's kind of a good example of how to not run a business. So there's this local plumbing company called John Henry's Plumbing in my area. And, they do the usual spiel of, oh, we're family. We treat our customers like family and whatever. And well, I don't feel like I was treated like family, but that's whatever. I used them for sewer clean out I needed because my sewer had backed up and I didn't know why. And I agreed to, pay for the sewer clean out. Guy ended up breaking my cap and dropping some in the sewer and spending a bunch of time that they ended up charging. They didn't charge me for all of it, but they charged me for some of it when I was the one who ended up getting the cap out of my sewer. Uh, but they also cameraed my sewer, and it's part of the charge that I never agreed to. But um, yeah. So the funny thing about this company is, and I've never heard of this from any other plumber before, but they basically wanted to pretend that their footage they took of my sewer was proprietary, even though I paid them for the service. And um, I don't know. Clearly, the office staff and the employees that actually do the work aren't on the same page because the employee, when he was doing the work, made it sound like I could get a copy of the sewer footage when the office staff would not. They were insistent that, oh, well, if you want to pay us extra for it, or you can watch it in our office, but you can't record it with your camera. And it's like, really? Literally every other plumber I've ever worked with has been more than happy to give me a copy of the footage. But yeah, I don't know. They treat you like family, but they don't want to be transparent. Um, and the funny thing is, like, their greed and dishonesty, it cost them a job because it ended up that my sewer was collapsed. Um, and they were basically going to charge me the FU rate because they were too busy. And they said, "Oh yeah, well we can get to you in a month. We can work you in, but it's going to be the like emergency overtime whatever rate, and it's going to be like $8,000 to replace." I don't know how much the people I ended up going with replaced. I think it was like 40 feet of sewer pipe. Um, but yeah, it was obscene. And I was like, all right, well, how much is it if I wait? And I was like, well, we'll get back to you with a quote and stuff. And um, yeah, I don't know. I did talk to the person who was going to do the quote about just doing the whole thing, getting a quote, and then just waiting it out. But yeah, after I realized that they weren't going to give me a copy of the sewer camera footage, it's like, well, I'm just not going to use you then. Like, I paid you for this when you billed me for the work you did, and what are you trying to hide? So luckily, there was another plumber I've worked with in the past. The only reason I used John Henry's is because it was kind of a rush emergency thing. Nobody else could get me in. But another plumber I worked with in the past, when I talked to them, he's like, "Yeah, it sounds kind of fishy," basically, and then said, "If you want, I will, come out and camera it for you. We'll work you in." And I was like, "That's fine. Can I get a copy of the footage if I pay you to do this?" He's like laughing, like I asked a stupid question, like, of course you can have the footage. Um, I'm kind of paraphrasing here since I don't record all my calls like I probably should, and um, don't have whatever the fancy word is for memory that is picture perfect. But yeah, basically, the plumber that I've worked with in the past just seemed he reacted like it was an idiotic idea that somebody wouldn't give you the footage that they took of your sewer for your own records. But yeah, I don't know. It just strikes me odd that a company that supposedly is really reputable would want to hide and not be, fully open with you about something. I've never dealt with it before, the plumber at least, because the few times I've paid for camera footage of my sewer, they've been more than happy to give me a copy for my records. Plus, I'm more likely to hold it on hand than they are, so And actually, the old footage that I uploaded from 2010 came in handy because the guy looked at it, he's like, yeah, based on what I'm seeing now and what I'm seeing from your old footage, your sewer looks to be in reasonable condition for its age, which don't know how old it is. House is 100 plus years old now, so sewer's probably pretty old. But yeah, if you want to be a scummy company and hide behind weasel words and not be transparent with your customers, if your customer's smart, they're just going to tell you to screw off and go somewhere else, especially on a high value quote. Anytime I'm doing something that's like $10,000 repair, I'm gonna all day long. I'm gonna get multiple quotes. You're stupid if you don't. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a ramble. I wanted to give some context on why I uploaded 2 videos of my sewer. Because you know what? I'm gonna stick it to the John Henry's people. If they want to pretend my footage of my sewer is proprietary, I'm gonna put it out there for the world to see. And maybe it'll be handy. Maybe somebody will learn from it. And yeah, I don't know. But I think I'll cut the ramble there and just summarize that, if you want to get business, don't be shady. Don't hide behind weasel words. Actually give people the footage that they paid you to take so they have, copy on hand. And you'll probably get more business, especially from educated consumers that are smart enough to want to understand what's going on and get more than one quote. So either way, hopefully that was interesting and thanks for watching.